I was recently speaking with somebody who was using a powder that came out of a little sleeve, thinking that it was going to provide adequate calories to finish a half marathon. A couple things to keep in mind as we talk about this subject. If your activity is going to take you longer than 60 minutes to complete, you do need to look into an outside source of calories. The typical body has enough stored sugar, particularly in the name of glycogen. Glycogen is the fancy word for stored sugar in the body. You store glycogen in the liver and your muscles. Liver feeds your brain, muscles feed movement. For this individual who was doing the half marathon, they were hoping to finish at around an hour and a half. So if you stop and you think about, we're going beyond that 60-minute mark, the item that this individual was using was a powder that comes out of a little sleeve. Unfortunately, it had 0 calories. And I want you to start paying attention to what you're mixing in your water bottles. Most of you guys know I have my own sports drink called Energy Fuel. We have 3 formulations, and the genesis behind this product in all 3 formulations was I was always looking for a product that was designed around the intensity and the duration of the event. So we have Energy Fuel Boost, which is for 1 hour or less. We have Energy Fuel, which is 1 to 3 hours, and Energy Fuel Plus for 3 hours and above. This is not a sales pitch on Energy Fuel. I want to go back to the frustration of the individual. They were told by the local running store that this product was going to help them finish the half marathon strong. That's not true at all. What we were able to explain to this individual was what was in the actual sleeve was nothing more than electrolytes, not calories. When your muscles contract, they do burn up electrolytes. Muscles have to have a high presence of electrolytes to be able to contract at their capability. But when you get past that 60-minute mark, especially for an individual who's running as fast as this, you're going to be depleting your stored sugar levels even quicker. It's just like an automobile. Faster you drive, the quicker you deplete your gas tank. Same thing applies to energy. And that's what I want to come across in this video more importantly than anything else. If you're going beyond that 60-minute mark, you've got to have an outside source of calories. The key word is calories. On the flip side of that, your body can't digest more than around 300 calories, 320 for some people, per hour. So you've got to look at your powder that you're putting into your water bottle, your fanny pack, your flasks, whatever you're using to source yourself during the race. You need to make sure it has electrolytes. You need to make sure that it has an appropriate amount of calories, usable calories. If the molecule of carbohydrate is so complex, it takes more and more energy for the body to break it down. The higher the intensity, the easier the molecule of sugar needs to be designed so you can convert it to energy. When you look at Energy Fuel, that's exactly what we've done. We changed the molecule formation ever so slightly. If it's less than an hour, we know the intensity is going to be high. 1 to 3 hours, the intensity is a little bit lower, but still up there. And 3 hours and above, for the most part, you're going to be racing at a heart rate that's going to be lower than what you can do and maintain for less than an hour. When you're looking at fueling yourself for your next race, for your next high quality training session, as soon as you go above that 1 hour mark, make sure that what you're putting in your body is a source of electrolytes and calories. This is why the individual was struggling with energy that second, the last 30 minutes. We look at it as you've got to get to the first hour. For this individual, their goal was to finish in 90 minutes. You've got to get to the first hour as economically as possible and then have enough to be able to fuel the finish. And again, that's going to be carbohydrates, also known as sugar, necessary water for sweating, and electrolytes for muscle contraction. So great question that came in here. Please pay attention to what you're putting into your body. Is it calories? Is it electrolytes? Does it meet the demands and the duration of your race, your high quality training sessions? Very important. Please pay attention to that. If you happen to have a question similar to this individual was struggling with energy levels. If you have a question, a frustration, something that you need clarified, please do me a favor, reach out to me and my team. You can do so at contact@coachrob.com. Here on YouTube, we're answering a question a day, so please remember to subscribe and turn on the notifications. Thank you for your time here today, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.